Ill Sound Radio, we are back in the building.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, we coming for a double header today, man. Shout out to both of our guests that's coming through, man. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's your boy Groove Nuke and Jay Think Ill. Everyday Jay in the building with me. How you feeling one more time, bro?
Cannot complain. Cannot complain.
Yes, sir. And to my left, like I said, the double header, we closing out with Lil Keisha. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling blessed.
For sure. Thank you for sliding through on this Sunday.
All right, now, Lil Keisha, where you from?
I'm from the west side of Chicago.
All right, what was it like growing up out west?
Lit. Fifis, parties, you know.
Do they still have fifis out west?
We slight do something every now and then.
All right, call me a lame because I never been to a fifi. You feel me? And
But you from out south?
I am.
Okay.
You know, we viewed the west side like y'all view the south side.
South side is dangerous. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can't put it past the west side, but west side is mostly known for getting money, having fun.
Yeah, and like all my cousins grew up out west. Yeah. So, you know, in the summertime I go kick it with them out west. And it was like it was a different culture out west because everybody on the block knew each other. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't walk down the street without speaking to somebody. So I would say that was like the major difference that I saw from the west side. And like you say, they was out there getting money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now I see I would say it's kind of like changing because the west side is getting like extremely violent. You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere getting extremely violent. I wouldn't just pinpoint it right there.
Okay. Look, she gonna rep for the west side. I feel you.
No, I'm shit everywhere, you know.
So at what age did you start making music? Or when did that passion start?
I'd say like 10 years old. Me and my little sister, we made a group. We was singing. I started off singing, and then at the end I always just add a little rap to it. And then I just stuck with it.
At 10 years old.
Yeah.
What would you say was your influences at 10?
I like, to be honest, like Pac and Missy Elliott, like they was like Missy different, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like the way she creative. And the way she didn't care about what nobody else said. Like, everybody was doing this, she was still doing that, you know? And now they trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? So, and then, like, with Pac, like, he touched, like, when you listen to his music, like, you could touch, like, he touched you. He made you feel exactly how he felt in that moment. That kind of rubbed off on me, so I still do that. Like, when you listen to my music, like, you gonna feel how I felt. You gonna feel that emotion, what I was going through.
You know, it's crazy that you said Pac, because the other day I'm riding, listening to the radio, and Changes came on. Yeah. And it's amazing how
that song still relate to this
day.
And
it instantly got me thinking, like, man, where is that timeless music in today's culture?
I was just talking about that. Everybody looking for that right now. Like, nobody looking for that Jay-Z. Nobody looking for that Beyonce. Everybody looking for that overnight success, you know, that viral moment, you know. They not looking for longevity and seeing that in artists, because a lot of that is not. Everybody want to do music and make money off music, you know, because you doing that overnight success thing. Like, people like hip hop artists like me, you know, I really studied the craft. I really know these artists, you know what I'm saying? I really know my music. I really know how to put stuff together and tell stories, and not just talk about what everybody else talking about, not just try to make a song to make it go pop because that song went pop, you know. I'm still talking about real life stories that's going on, you know, what I'm living.
For sure. Now, having the musical influence of such as Tupac and Missy Elliott, you know, Tupac is still reigning on today with his music, and you got Missy Elliott. Like, I love that she's getting her flowers like today. Nobody's waiting on it. You know, back then, I don't feel like it was appreciated enough, but right now she's in the rock
even none of the OGs I really appreciated. Exactly. This shit, like at this time of day, like they don't like I said, these people ain't artists. They just like overnight success. They just trying to make a hit song that can just go, you know, go viral. They not really paying attention to like who really put the groundwork in, who really made a way for us to even do what we doing right now. You know, like even with Nicki Minaj, like. A lot of people try to say, like, she's not the, like, epitome of the female rap. Like, to be honest, like, she opened the doors for all these female artists that's doing it, and they don't want to give her respect for it. And that's
real
like
talk. And you know, with you carrying, you know, you carrying, you know, your song making ability, your how you can just go out and tell a story and everything. Do you feel like what makes something worthwhile in today's time? You know what I'm saying? Because you got yourself, and you aiming to make something that'll stand the test of time? What makes something worthwhile today?
Like I said, it got to be relatable. Mm-hmm. Like everybody not popping bottles and tricking off, stuff and being on the boats. It's people. It's okay to have real life, mm-hmm. and on normal lives. It ain't just everything is all glitz and glamour.
Exactly.
It's real life that people going through every single day.
For sure, because these words go back to people who live in real life, and sometimes they make them feel like they kind of shake their life up, because it's like a show and tell almost through your music, instead of just like really relating, like how Jay spoke on Changes came on the radio, how that could just relate to just common brotherhood, common struggles coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like my I got an EP I'm working on right now with Tracy. Shout out to Passport Trace.
For sure.
We've been working on this since 2017, mm-hmm. and his wife always tell me like, these songs ain't never got old. Like, this is so old to me because it's from 2017.
Absolutely.
And the music still gonna sound like brand new to this day, like mm-hmm. when I release it. Real so cool. It's like that type of stuff. Like, you got to take heed to that and continue to be yourself at what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Working on a project for 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Like, how do you stay patient enough with the music? Because like you say, everything is microwave, fast forward, right. We got to go now. So how do you stay patient?
I've been praying for patience for the past 2 years. But every time that I noticed, like even with the mixtape I just dropped, 5 Part 2, I did that in 2021. I got like 5-6 projects I'm sitting on, but I'm just taking my time with it because it's not something that I want to rush. It's not meant to be rushed. There's no reason to. It's a lot of people that rush music and get overseen, not overlooked, overheard, all that. And I feel like if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So I'm okay with waiting. I'm okay with keep coming up with better ideas to do the song or do the visual or even market it, promo it, everything. I'm okay with that because in the long run, it's going to pay off.
Absolutely.
Now, we in Chicago with it, and a lot of people say it's difficult for Chicago artists to get their shine and get their respect, to even get momentum in the city. Now, you being a female rapper, like, what are some of the challenges you faced as a Chicago artist?
The fact that I think I know too much for the normal person, because a lot of people try to take advantage of you, mm-hmm. and that intimidates a lot of people. So with me knowing, because I'm not one of them artists that I didn't ask. I asked for help now, but I also went in and searched it and figured it out. I made my mistakes and I learned from my mistakes, and I took different routes, and I not keep on trying to go the same route. You got to switch it up. You got to rebrand, all that. Like, and you gotta live to keep on, making mistakes. And everybody gets stuck in that. I see a lot of artists, they be saying they get writer's block. I've never had that a day in my life, mm-hmm. because I don't force it. If I don't feel it right then and there, music is an emotion. If I don't feel it, I'm going to go to something else. I'm going to go dry lift. I'm going to go dry lift, and I'm going to think about what I'm going through. Think about what my pastor talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm living life. Then I'm going to go back to the music.
Is it easy for you to reflect on everything that you go through life and then put it into your music? Because a lot of artists, like, I don't know, it seems like they'll make some of their greatest music and then be nervous about putting it out.
That's so funny because I told my best friend, I ain't never been nervous to drop music, but I am now because I'm a little bit more smarter about it. Mm-hmm. I'm strategic. I've figured out ways of how to do stuff without having to overdo my part. Work smarter, not harder. So it's like, and then it like every day with music, it gets different. You got different social sites and everything like that. I'm still trying to mastermind, all of that stuff and get everything in order. So it was like, since I haven't dropped no music since 2 years ago, I was a little nervous about it. And I think that helped humble me a little bit more, to the fact where I'm figuring it out a little better. And I would say, like, the response from my mixtape, it actually, like, brought me to tears. I had so many people calling me saying that my music made them cry. They believe in me. why I haven't made it yet. And like that was just like a humbling feeling because I was holding back the music, worried about how I was gonna be perceived for it.
Yeah.
And the whole time they've been waiting for it.
So what are those moments like though when you got people telling you that? Because as an artist, I feel like those moments are I can't say this is better than selling 1 million records because everybody want to sell 1 million records. You know what I'm saying? But what are those
definitely
moments
trying to sell 1 million? I'm trying to oversee that.
Yeah. What are those moments like when you know for a fact that you touch somebody's heart?
That's what I'm doing the right thing. I'm being more vulnerable with my music without having to say it in a crazy, even like with Facebook, like I know how to talk crazy on Facebook without them, blocking me and stuff like that. I switched my verbiage up, So once you figure out how to do that, like I said, that kind of like I'm doing something right, you know what I'm saying? And it's not, I wouldn't say it's people that I talk to every single day. These was random people, that's listening and tapping in. Even I had passengers that tapped in, they text me like yeah. Like I didn't even expect that from you. Like whatever it is, like, and I got a lot of people that's like, whatever I need to do, I'm trying to help.
That's dope.
So like, what keeps you motivated when it comes to those people? When it comes to those people listening to you, that really want to support you and really want to see what's best for you.
Just me. Like I do music every day. Like at first I didn't. Because I was too busy living, like I have a real life going on.
Absolutely.
And I had to learn how to separate the artist from the actual person.
Right.
And doing that, it makes it so much easier. Because after I get done living my life, my music is still a part of my life, so it just comes easy. It just flows. I don't have to. I'm not fabricating anything. Everything is just how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, what I'm living like, what I done seen, all that.
Absolutely. What I was about to say, do you think with like, so say with like a Jay-Z or a Kanye, do you think like it's easy for them when you get to these type of higher levels? Do you think it's easier for them to cut the artist from the actual person, or like do you think that demand when you create more, you got people that's wanting more, that's probably want a new project after you just dropped. Do you think it's gonna be harder to cut that off as you climb the ladder?
For sure, like ain't no Kanye, like he gotta you gotta realize you Kanye.
For sure,
like it don't matter how you trying to be it, like to other people you are Kanye.
Exactly.
So even though that this what you signed up for, like at the end of the day, some people be a little ignorant about it, but you got to take the highs with the lows, and you got to roll with it.
For sure that.
Yo, do us a favor and yourself a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to tap that notification bell as well so you can stay updated. Now let's get to the video.
You dropped Five Part 2, and for my surprise, it was a lot of, I like the song list and homage. I think you had Call Nikki on there. You had Call Young Thug. Are those two artists that you rock with?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure that. So yeah, but like I was telling you off air, I like when I get into new artists and it let me know that it lets me know like really like about their section. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, I listen for stories in music. You know, even if the substance for some isn't like compared to the next substance for another artist, I listen for the story. Everybody different walks of life, backgrounds, and everything like that. But what's the biggest significance you would say? Besides, because you said also Part 1 only got 5 tracks, but what's the significance between the two?
It came about during the time when I wasn't doing no music. I was I kept seeing them numbers like 1111, 111, 555. I kept seeing, even to this day, I still see my birthday 215. And I just wanted to like figure out what that meant. Right. And so I started reading up on the numbers, and I noticed like the number 5 like really represented who I was. Like it represents independence. I'm embarking on my motivation. I'm just trying new things, in life, and I'm persistent at what I'm doing. Right. And I wanted to name the album 5. The first one is literally 5 songs in 5 minutes. Like it's literally like 5 minutes, like a 5-minute freestyle. And I just went in on a few songs and did what I needed to do. I'm trying to bring it back to the Lil Wayne style,
For sure.
Like when mixtape versions, everybody want to do a song like let's get like if you could really rap, the rappers like doing mixtapes and freestyling over industry beats and stuff like that. So I took it back to that, but I was actually saying stuff to the point where, you know, it make you want to play my song more than the actual artist. I'm some Wayne shit. So I took it back to the mixtape, you know. And then with the 5-part 2, I got a little bit personal. It took me a while to get everything together. And I just wanted to let everybody into like my life, what I had been going on through them 2 years, losing family members to friends to, you know, just a lot, uncles, you know, it was a lot, you know, back to back to back, on top of me trying to get me together mentally. You know, mental health is big, you know.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us don't know how to process or go through things. We just keep tucking it or suppressing it. And it got to a point where it was like, you know, I need to figure out me. I need to get me together. I need to learn me.
Absolutely. You know, we just went through something that nobody asked for in this world. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of things in this world we
you got stuck in the house, you know.
Exactly. So, you know, you definitely
like that made a lot of people look crazy, you know, like a lot of people like had to really like buckle down on themselves, because you turning people into alcoholics and all type of people got overweight, you know, people got crazier, you know, just a lot, you know.
Because what is we doing? Like, why we can't go out? Like, why we couldn't just go outside? I know why, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do. We interact.
I think that was just a way to like to control what was going on.
Exactly, you know, because a lot changed since then. You know what I'm saying? So you say I'm gonna wind it back because I haven't listened to part 1 yet. You say you laid down 5 tracks and like 5 minutes total on the whole EP.
Yeah.
That's something. I gotta check that out.
It's so fast, like you gotta keep playing, and I did it on purpose, like it's because it's gonna make you play it again. Like by the time you get done playing it,
yeah, that's a nice little spin right there for sure.
Yeah.
Now you spoke on mental health. So what was some of those ways that you dealt with all that pain that you was going through?
I went to a therapist.
Okay.
Yeah, I still go to therapy to this day. And that's okay. You know, a lot of black people like feel like you like, nah, you know, feel like it make you, why you crazy or something. Like, you don't got to be crazy. Like, you need to learn how to process this stuff. We normalize everything to where it's okay, you know, like, and it's not.
Yeah. And I feel like everybody needs somebody that they could talk to without being judged, you know. 'Cause I think that's a lot of things, because a lot of us have been in relationships with our partner, like we'll tell them some shit that, you know, hurt deep, and they'll throw it back in our face. So I think everybody needs somebody to be able to vent to, and also get that clarity of what's really going on.
Yeah, because like I was just saying in the car, like I got to a point where everybody was like, it was me. It was me. Okay, maybe it is me then, shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's figure out how I can fix that.
Right.
You know?
Accountability is important too, especially when you're taking them steps to grow.
Yeah.
Very important, you know.
Now you spoke on working on an R&B project.
Yeah.
You speaking on that off air. Now, what
I ain't really told nobody about that, so I'll give y'all a little exclusive on that.
What birth, you know what I'm saying? You saying I want to fully step into this, because you done, you know, I got
some R&B joints, like The Wave is an R&B song. Shout out to Brandon, he on there, that's my baby. But I got a few, like, if you go back to all my mixtapes and albums, every mixtape got one R&B song on it, for sure. So, like, I like R&B is really like my number one. But like I know how to rap as well, so I'm good at it.
Yeah, you definitely said you started off singing.
Yeah, I'm not a singer for like, you know, like no Beyonce or nothing like that. But I know how to put some stuff together and like if I was to, I could write some R&B songs for some singers, you know. But I wanted to do my own version of it because it's gonna be something different. Like they gonna be like, it's Lil Keisha. Like, oh shit, like, okay, cool, like, yeah, but I'm a fan of R&B. Like I listen to R&B 24/7. So like I know what I want to hear, and it ain't that like nothing wrong with the auto tune, but I want to be in love. I want to be in love again.
Right.
You know, I want to make love again.
Right.
You know, that type of stuff. I want to grab the air. You know, I want to make you miss me and stuff like that. That's the R&B that I like.
For sure, talk them emotions. You know, that's the stuff we gotta feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not the new R&B is F everybody, you know, I'm toxic and all that. Like, nah, I want to be in love. I want to feel love. I want to make you feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That type of stuff.
You
Yeah.
say something wrong with that?
Yeah, these people crazy.
But it's funny you spoke
Toxic
on
fairies.
Yeah, nah.
It's funny you had spoke on songwriting, because that's the kind of a vibe, like especially when we got on the interview, that's the vibe I got. I feel like you were actually a strong songwriter. Would you say that?
Yeah,
I can feel it.
Me and my best friend sit and do it all day.
Sure. Yeah, he vouching for you for sure.
We'll roll up and play some beats, and we was just playing the other day, and like we'd come up with some songs and hooks and everything, and I record them on my phone. If I like it, we gonna go back to it, and we was playing around every beat that played. The next I said they playing with us like we can't do no R&B song.
Right.
R&B come on, we write a song to that too. Like, you know, even with Brandon, like with the my R&B project, he popped up on me, and we did like 4 or 5 songs within that day. Like,
exactly.
And like, yeah, I do the music, I do the writing, I can do that all day.
I can feel it.
I locked in the studio. Like, I'm not a studio rat no more. But like when I first started, I locked myself in the studio and figured that out. Now it's time to like execute.
Now, with you being able to write, could you ever see yourself taking a step back from actually putting your own music out and just locking in on writing for other people?
I am okay with that. I said that the other day. I said, because it's less work.
I'm reading your mind right now.
Yeah, it's less work. Like, it's so much to be an art. Like, I don't do the most like everybody else do, the makeup and all that. You know, I'm just me.
Right.
You know, so I don't have to put on Lil Keisha. So if I'm turning myself into Lil Keisha right now, okay, boom, just give me the microphone. You know, it's a mental. I'm not trying to fit the look or anything like that. So with that, I would just rather just play back in the black. As long as you do it how, even if you don't do it how I do it, as long as I wrote it for you, you do it, I'm okay with that. Yeah, but it's less work.
Absolutely.
Now, you say the 5 stand for independent.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself signing a deal, or is the goal to stay independent?
I would like to do a partnership, and we can go from there.
As long as it makes sense.
Yeah, as long as I keep, you know, my 100% of my creative ability, you know, and my masters, and we all good.
What else? You say you working with a lot of artists, so name a couple of artists you currently working with, and some that you actually want to work with.
I done worked with Lil Chris, Shauna, Brandon, Treasure, Mika Luciano, Callie Hendricks, Boss Status Gunner, Space Jam Mello. I'm trying not to leave nobody out. I done worked with a little bit of everybody, but I mean it's a lot more people I would like to work with. I'm open to it. It just gotta make sense now, because with Chicago artists, like, they do too much. You can't make no money off me. I don't got too much money to give you. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta put the music together and try to make money together.
Yeah.
And a lot of people with them Instagram numbers and all that stuff, they got that.
Don't even matter.
Yeah, like none of that matters. Like all that, like they don't want to post your music, or it's just a feature. I don't got to do too much, or like everybody too big headed. So when a lot of people learn to pipe down, and you know, I'm willing to work with anybody.
When you approach a feature, is it like, man, I gotta rip this person's head off? You feel me?
No, cause I ain't never, because only one, like me and Boss Status Gunner, we did a candlelight, and we was going back and forth with it, and we literally did this stuff over the phone. Like, I sent him a verse, like rap 8 bars, and rapped it over the phone, rapped it to him. He sent me another 8 bar. Okay, cool. I lead off him. He lead off me. Like, and when we went in the studio, we needed like I say like 16 more bars a piece. He went in there and said his little stuff. I went in like back to back, so it wasn't never like no competition. It's more like a vibe. The song should never feel like a competition.
Hey, I like that you said that.
For sure that, you know, everybody eats, you know, even on the beats, you know what I'm saying. But what I was about to say, what's your favorite thing? Because all the artists you named, That's a good grab of artists, but man, Chicago is a very talented city, and that's what I love. Everybody, even when we all can't, you know what I'm saying? It's so much. This is the third largest city in the country. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just can't do like that. But when you find your pocket of people, it's still a good collective. You know what I'm saying? But even the ones that you haven't worked with, and you just see it like from a full scope. What's some of your favorite things about Chicago artists and what they got going on?
They got good music.
For sure. Undeniably.
Yeah, like if I can play your song and drive to it and vibe to it in my playlist, like I rocks with that. And I know that if you can make some good music, I know how to make good music. We can make good music together.
Sure. What's one thing you want people to know? You know, it's a lot of great notes of the West Side of Chicago, but if it's your time to tell that story and to speak that voice within your section of the city, what do you want people to know about the West Side of Chicago? It could be through the music, it could be through the culture, anything.
Shit, we here.
For sure.
Y'all ain't, when everybody be thinking about Chicago, they mention Southside. Nah.
For sure.
Right idea, wrong.
Why do the West Side feel like y'all looked over as far as the music go? Because I feel like it's a lot. I feel like technically the West Side might have it right now.
Yeah, in a sense, but like when West Side get played, it's just the bop music. Like, nah, that ain't that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just that bop music. You know, we got real music, got real artists.
I feel like the culture of Chicago is out west. I get to out west. You feel me? I love out west.
Everything is shot out west, but it's made for South.
Do that bother y'all when y'all be watching Chicago PD or something? And they'll say they on the South Side, but it'll be like Polk Van Buren or some shit. Like, what are you talking about?
Like that's crazy. Like nobody like
you on Lake, bro. Like what you talking about?
They were shooting. What's the little place? The Shy. They was shooting Jimmy G's. Like that's the old what's the name of the restaurant on the shot? Sonny's. That's Jimmy G's. That's our spot where we get our food.
South Side.
That's hilarious.
The South Side. Yeah. Get out of here. Like give us our credit.
No, I ain't know they was doing it like that.
Yeah,
now,
they be reckless.
They was on my homie my brother block shoot on sitting on the porch right there on Van Buren.
They be reckless with it. Like the South Side. No, like damn, bro, that is not the South Side.
That's different. I ain't gonna lie. That's right there. It's very different. I ain't gonna.
Y'all take y'all ass out south and see if y'all can shoot that.
For real, that's crazy though.
All right, now you got a lot going on as far as 2023. It just started.
Oh yeah.
Like, what can we look forward to from Lil Keisha in the next couple months?
I'm heating up. I'm about to drop a video this Wednesday on my birthday. I got a few more videos after that from the mixtape, and then I'm gonna give y'all my single. So it's gonna go up from there.
You excited?
Oh yeah.
Now, early in the interview, you was like, man, you was nervous to drop the new shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Are you more open to it now that you done got so much good feedback from it?
I just needed to get my feet wet again. You know what I'm saying? Touch the water, test the waters, see what's going on out here. Ain't nothing really. I mean, some people making noise, but shit. So I'm finna get loud.
Talk your shit, man. Talk your shit. All right, now this my favorite question right here.
Let's get it.
If you can go back and give your younger self any advice, what would it be?
Not care as much. I wouldn't even say as far as like care what people think. Like I'm a loyal person. And that don't sit on everybody. Yeah. Everybody can't match my energy. So, like, learn how to let shit go. Don't dwell on it.
That's definitely some tough shit, especially when you're a loyal person, because you always got somebody best interest in mind. You know what I'm saying? And then you come to find out, like, man, this motherfucker's, fuck that person.
And you tend to be the bigger person too many times, like, Like, nah, sometimes you gotta let that shit go, because at the end of the day, you try to undo that person. That's who they is. If they show you who they is, that's who they is.
Facts. And we get in our we get in the path of trying to be like, nah, bro, they just having a bad day.
Yeah.
Like you said, that's definitely
it's like,
who they
nah,
are.
they show you who they is. That's who they is. You can't change people.
Big facts. All right, before we get out of here, tell everybody how to get in tune with you, stay in tune with you, find everything you got going on.
I'm Lil Keisha on everything. LILKEISHA. I hate when people misspell my name. It's a pet peeve of mine. Right. But yeah, I'm Lil Keisha on everything. Type me in. I'm on everything possible. I got my own Pandora station, all type of stuff.
Hey, go run them screens up, man.
Oh yeah, 5 Part 2. It's available right now. Pink cover, 5 slashes on it.
All right, Jimmy, talk to him.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out Lil Keisha for coming through, man. It's good, hearing about your story. I love being introduced to new artists. It's like a new form of communication.
Oh, yeah.
Getting to know people, getting to know everything you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, it's like when you prepare for an interview, I get the bios, get the music links. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But it's nothing, like I always say, it's nothing like hearing your story. You know what I'm saying? Because people come from great things. People got great expectations for themselves, man. And just me being me, I always want people to fulfill what they passionate about. You know what I'm saying? That's something my mama always told me, because of it's been times that a lot of people couldn't fulfill what they was passionate about.
Right.
So that just always strive for that. It sounds like you very level headed in where you going. You got a good rap history. You come from a musical background within yourself that you started young. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, and this is one of my favorite things about the movie. It's called The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. He started as an old baby, then went to a young person. But that's real, because like what we are, as a child, that's really who we really is for our whole life. A lot of times it's like masked by things such as like jobs and growing into families, ownership. But like that true passion burned since we've been kids. You know what I'm saying? So really stick to your true passion. I know I ain't got to tell you that, but just do. I love hearing when people really stick and it fulfills what they really want to do in life. So like she said, Part 5 Part 2 out right now. I'm gonna check out that Part 1. I want to check. I love that you broke down the number 5, what it meant to you, and you put it into fruition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So keep doing amazing things. I'm gonna hear more about you. Of course, thank you for connecting with us.
I thank y'all for allowing me to come on here.
Oh yeah,
too,
for sure, no doubt. We how this is a bridge thing, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna stay connected moving forward. And just keep seeing big things from you. You know what I'm talking about? So yes. Thank you for coming through. And what I was about to say, make sure y'all follow Ill Sound Radio, ILLSOUND Radio. Happy Super Bowl Sunday out there, everybody listening. Make sure y'all bet wisely, you know what I'm saying?
Bet on Rihanna.
For sure. I wish she was on FanDuel, but bet wisely, drink responsibly, be safe, most importantly. Right. Stream your music to sing your music to Ill Sound Radio, iLLANOiZE Radio. Make sure y'all go on the website, submit your music to the site, man. We streaming music 24/7. Make sure y'all follow me, Groove Nuke, GROOVNUKE. And Jay, what you got to say to him?
Man, shout out to you, Lil Keisha.
For sure.
You work with a lot of heavies, but you are a heavy in the city. I don't care what nobody say.
Thank you.
Like, no cap. You feel me? Because a lot of artists, like, they blow up and then they think they the shit. They ain't really even putting no work. They just blew up off a song. They blew up off a trend, something that was heavy in the city now. And I don't feel like you ever tried to conform yourself to the sound of Chicago. Right. And I think that's beautiful, because when everybody think of Chicago, they automatically think of drill music. Yeah. And it's like, bro, we have some of the most talented artists in the world.
Facts.
In Chicago. And with you being able to blend genres like you can so effortlessly, like you say, somebody hear a song and they won't believe it's you. And it's be like, because you can actually rap, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you don't have artists that can rap and sing these days.
Nah.
Like, that's just some different shit. And like you say, without the auto-tune, because I feel like that's why a lot of R&B is looked over, because of the auto-tune that these rappers are doing. So just keep grinding, keep shining. And like I say, you are heavy in the city. If nobody else tell you that, you done heard that on iLLANOiZE Radio. You feel me?
I heard that live.
So just keep grinding, keep rocking. And everything that's for you is for you. You going to get that. All you got to do is keep going for it. because a lot of artists, like I say, we get discouraged as being creators. You know what I'm saying? We be sitting on some gold, you know, but it like, I don't want to put it out. Just put it out, you know, and let it do what it do. But don't try to be that artist that make TikTok music, because that shit not timeless, you know. Keep making timeless music, and just like I say, just keep grinding, keep rocking.
I got you. Appreciate that. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, on our way out, we going to play Fire from Treasure featuring you. Till next week, man. Yo Sound Radio.
Be safe, y'all.
We gone.